Today, I will be sharing with you the effects of caffeine on your body and reasons as to why we should drink more water instead of caffeine, and some tips as to help you increase your water intake. Okay, so first, caffeine is the most popular drug in the world, the most popular legal drug in the world. So according to an article from Brown University called Caffeine, approximately 90% of the population around the world consumes caffeine, whether it's through drink or food or chocolate or different things, but it's usually through beverage. So what caffeine actually does is it increases the neuron firing in our brains, which then sends a signal to one of the glands letting the brain know to release adrenaline. So that's why when you drink coffee, you feel more awake, you feel more alert. And also it increases dopamine levels, which is similar to what other drugs do, like cocaine and heroin. But of course, caffeine does it in a milder way. It doesn't do it so prominent as cocaine. But that's also why caffeine can become addictive. So people that are habitual caffeine drinkers, if they don't have their morning coffee or something that they're accustomed to, then they kind of start feeling like shaky and feel anxiety, and it's just not a good feeling. So caffeine also does elevate blood pressure, and you feel restlessness, anxiety, it's addictive, and there's also what's known as caffeine withdrawal, which is what I was explaining, like if you haven't had your caffeine intake for the day or for that hour, depending on how much you take, you start feeling bad. So I kind of wanted to focus my attention more as to energy drinks, because they're so popular, and according to Dr. Aaron Grimm, a professor of nutrition at Harvard School, he wrote an article, and he explains that there's a broad range of an individual's intake, so it varies from person to person. So the person next to you can probably take a different dosage of caffeine and just feel fine versus what you can drink. So every person's intake ability is different. So another important thing about energy drinks is labeling the amount of caffeine present in energy drinks is not mandated. So when you see, like the intake on the back, what's on the label is not actually, it may not even be correct. Some of the ingredients that some of the most popular energy drinks are promoting now that they're natural, and they say that they're natural because they have things such as guarana, ginseng, and taurine, and those are all equivalent to caffeine. So it's just the masked caffeine. So you're thinking like, oh, I'm drinking this one, it doesn't have caffeine because it has all of those other ingredients, but it's just another form of caffeine, so it's still in there. And there's a doctor named Maddie Rath, and she's a professor in pediatric care, and she stated, one of the things that she's observed the most is that young adults or adolescents are consuming caffeinated and energy drinks prior to and during exercise. And caffeine is a natural diuretic, so it does dehydrate your body. So if, let's say for example, you drink a Red Bull and then you go work out or you go to your practice, it's increasing your chances of becoming dehydrated. And that can lead to other things like heat stroke or even heart attack. And so these are some of the symptoms here. So there's increased blood levels, it can lead to diabetes, it can lead to oral and dental erosions such as cavities, it can lead to obesity because a lot of these energy drinks have a lot of sugar in them as well. It can lead to premature aging, low serotonin levels, which is what keeps your body balanced so that you don't feel, like people that have depression have very low serotonin levels. So if you're drinking that a lot, then that's decreasing your serotonin in your body. And it can lead to crash mode, which is, for example, when you drink an energy drink, you feel really good for that moment, but then after the effect wears down, you just feel exhausted, and then you need more. So, and it can lead to dehydration. So, source. So, there was an article that I used as a source for explaining dehydration and like how to know when you need water. And it says, the article is titled Let Your Thirst Be Your Guide. It was published in the LA Times by Lily Dayton. And she shares that by the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So that's one of like the clear-cut signs. Like you already feel kind of like, oh, okay, I'm a little thirsty, then you really need to get hydrated. And dehydration affects your mood, your cognitive ability and organ functions. And that's important because, like I mentioned earlier, like when we're in school or working, you need to make sure that you're able to concentrate, retain information, be in a good mood, and organ functions that I looked up, and according to the American Heart Association, if you have a good, if you're drinking water, it's actually helping your heart because it's helping your heart. And so it increases your energy. Drinking more water increases your energy. It promotes weight loss. It improves organ function. It improves the appearance of your hair, skin, and nails. It flushes out toxins. It boosts your immune system because, like I mentioned, it's flushing out toxins. It's a natural headache remedy because a lot of the times that we feel headaches, it's usually because we are dehydrated. And it prevents cramps and sprains, especially if you're an athlete or just, if you're not an athlete. But if you're drinking a good amount of water, it's helping to keep your joints lubricated so that you won't have injuries and things like that. And it gets you in a good mood because when you feel good, your body feels good, then you're in a good mood. And also, drinking more water can save you money because instead of going out to buy coffee or buying an energy drink, which is like $4 to $5, you can usually get water for free. Like at restaurants, it's usually free. A bottle of water is a lot cheaper than a caffeinated drink. And these are ways that we can improve water intake. So I wanted to get in the habit of doing this myself. So the best way is to start and end your day with a glass of water. That's usually one of the best ways. Like just fill up a glass of water, keep it next to your bed. You wake up, just drink it. Go to sleep, drink another glass. Also, you can start by replacing your meals with water. So instead of ordering your soda or whatever during lunch, you just get a glass of water. You can drink infused water, which is just adding, if you don't like the bland taste of water, you can add fruit to it, and so you're getting both benefits of the fruit vitamins and then the water. And you can pack a water bottle or a container, so you can carry it with you wherever you go. And you can also replace pre-workout or post-workout drinks with water instead of energy drinks. And those tips that I also got, let me just mention that I got them from a person named Abby Fawn, who's a certified holistic and wellness coach. And she's an international best-selling author, and the article that I got this information from was titled 10 Reasons to Drink More Water, and you can find it online at bodygrade.com. So, in conclusion, I stated with you the effects of caffeine in the body, the importance of drinking water, and tips to increase your water intake. And small things like drinking more water can have real big impacts on the overall wellness of your life.